So I think the whole venture ecosystem has really changed a lot, and I think you're spot on. I think now most people who are venture investors do have operating experience. And oftentimes you'll see like first time fund managers who have come from some sort of role that they've, been successful in on the operating side, on the startup side, and then they'll translate that into an investment role. I think, for me, I started Crescent Ridge Partners in 2012. And honestly, one of the reasons why I started it is because in San Diego, I saw that most of the people who were doing early stage investing, like there weren't a lot of seed funds back then.
Yep.
I think a lot of people who were doing early stage investing were individuals who had a passion for helping people succeed, right? And they had success in some line of business, whether it was like, they were a lawyer or, they ran a company for 30 years, but they didn't really have startup expertise. And so I think for me at the very beginning, when I started Crescent Ridge, I didn't have that much investment experience per se, in terms of like sourcing my own deals and uh, doing diligence and all of that sort of stuff. But I did have the understanding of like what it took at the very early stages to build a startup. And I think having that perspective of like, it is, I mean, it's your all odds are against you, right? Like day one, you have nothing. Like you've got to basically create something out of nothing. And every step along the way, you're trying to fight for cash, you're trying to fight for talent. It's everything. And you're trying to figure out your customer. And so I think really understanding that and feeling that and living through that helped me immensely, I think just empathetically, but also when I was doing diligence on companies, right? It was like, well, what characteristics do you look for in entrepreneurs? Because I had been there myself and I wasn't the founder, but I feel like I was there along the entire way. And I'd been in positions where I had to, I crafted all of our board presentations, but I also did all of the presentations to our investors when we were running on fumes, right? Like I remember one point in my career, we had literally like 1 week of cash left. And I was the one responsible for putting the presentation together, pitching our investors saying like, this is why you need to invest in our company right now because we need to make payroll. And I think going through that and really understanding like the ups and downs of it helps me be a better investor because it's, it's going to be okay or it's not going to be okay. And I think knowing that and having that perspective aligns me a lot and I think puts me and the founder kind of in sync as opposed to like, I'm bringing the money, like you need to be responsible for the money as a founder, right? Like I'm here with you.